Hey guys, it's Sean Zinn, the Connection Machine, aka the Insurance Doctor, and
Matt the Victoria, Matt's your mortgage guy.
we wanted to continue with our Marketing Mondays. How was your weekend, Matt?
Weekend was awesome. How about you there, buddy?
It was pretty great. I got to see my mother for the first time in many, many weeks, and was around family, and it was a good stuff. And I always sit back and reflect on the prior week, and there's a lot of agents that are this goes hand in hand with our discussion today. There's so many undercover agents out there. It's incredible to me. And it's something that we want to literally uncover why that's true. Now, while I'm just moving everything to where it's supposed to be, I found that a lot of agents really are like secret agents. They don't have their profile even set up right. What are some things you would even recommend, Matt?
Well, one of the things that I've encountered a lot with having conversations with agents is, well, I want to have a personal profile and then I want a public profile. And the way that I look at it is that doesn't exist anymore. If they're worried about stalkers and things like that, well, then you know what? Your personal stuff, just make private to certain groups of people. The rest of it, keep open. If I'm looking at an agent and I go to their about info and I don't see a website, or if I don't see, a cell phone, how am I going to get a hold of you? I've seen it so many times, and it's like, if I'm not friends with you, a lot of them have their personal profiles locked down where you can't see it. So it's like, well, what if I'm a customer or a potential customer, and I go and I look at your profile and I don't see anything? You know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit the next button. And that's what a lot of them don't get sometimes.
Are they teaching things in school? Because I've heard this recently. Oh, you have to have a business page. And I find that's completely false. In my world, what I've learned over the last 3-4 years with social media and using video and everything else is you have your personal pages where you do all your damage. Your business page can work for you if you treat it as community, but you also have to spend money to make that work. It's not going to be organic. Personal page, organic all day long. Organic meaning free. Mm-hmm. But it also takes time to build. But also those that think, oh, I just have to have a business page. The company's going to allow me to make more money because of the company name. Nobody gives a damn about the company. It's you who they're buying from.
Well, not only that, but also people are so we'll cover a couple of things. Your business page does two things, right? It offers legitimacy as you're being a business, right? And then you can run ads off of it. I'm not talking about boosting, because I don't think boosting is a very good use of funds,
right?
But running legitimate ads, right? And with your personal page, it allows you up to 5,000 friends. And it's funny because a lot of agents are like, oh, I'm very selective on who I make a friend. Well, why? Think about it, right? You and I are both at almost 5,000. What do you think the percentage is of those people that we've actually met in person?
Very, very far and few in between. And yeah, I've hit 5,000 numerous times, and I'm always purging and getting rid of. But it's not the goal of knowing all 5,000. I don't even know 5,000 people, but they need to know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key.
Only about 10% of your friends actually see what it is that you're doing anyway. So think about this for a second. If you only have 500 friends, 500, right? What's 10% of that? Right? If you have 5,000 friends, what's 10% of that? So the numbers are very different.
And people wonder, they're like, oh, I do a lot of posts, but the posts are all about them. They're not about anybody else. But again, It's also the numbers. Yeah, they have a small, select community. You increase the community, you'll have more opportunities.
Well, let's talk about the first thing. The first thing is, if your profile is not public, right? So we'll just start right there. If your profile is not public and you put up a post about somebody selling a house, and you only have 500 friends, very few of them are going to see it to begin with. And by the way, if you're only making a post to just your friends, nobody can share it. Have you ever seen a post where you can't actually share it? It's because of the privacy settings. So let's just talk about that right there. Like this one video should just be about changing your settings on your profile and making sure that people know who you are and what you do. Because you see it. How many times have you gone and like you're in a group, right? And that's one of the great things about using your personal profile is, you can use groups. You can post into groups. You're not really going to be doing that off of your business profile. You're going to be doing it off your personal profile. That's how you join your groups. So if you're going to make a post, and that could be another topic that we do, is how to actually use groups to generate leads. You go into a buy-sell group, or you go into a town group, or you create a group for your own clients and things like that. But if you're not utilizing these things, then that's a whole other avenue that you're missing. But people look at you. As soon as they see a post, if you post in a group, everybody sees it, they go right to your profile, and now if it's locked down, i.e. no website, no listing of where you work, like how do I even know if you're a legitimate realtor?
And they have nothing in there. Your phone number has to be there. Oh, I don't want stalkers. My email has to be there. Oh, I don't want stalkers. You have to be able to filter people out. That's why you have a voicemail and you have an email. You can just double check. Do I really want to talk to this person? And just delete. But yes, it's so and then there's a lot of people with private or secret as far as their profile. If it's secret or private, nobody can see you. If it's public, yes, the world gets to see you. Oh man, just don't do anything stupid. You're not gonna put videos or pictures or hey, I'm gonna advise you, don't do it if you are, so that people learn about you. I did a video this morning. This is what also you have to kind of tease and actually remind people. I have a daughter. I have a family. You have a family. You talk about that. It's not all about business, but that's what people do. They think, I'm going to drop one post and they're going to get all this business from it.
No, it doesn't.
Dropping it over a period of time. That's what you need to do.
It's also, people say, oh, I don't want everyone to see pictures of my family. Well, why not? Because those are the ones that get engagement. Like you've got a beautiful little daughter. Like how much engagement do you get with posts or videos with her in it?
I get more people want to look at her than even listen to me.
She's cuter than you are.
I know.
And people identify with those things. So, why would you not want to put up pictures of your grandkids? Because that's when people are going to want to hitting the like or the comment, sharing or things like that. And if your profile is set to secret or private, then nobody gets to share any of those things with you. And on top of that, our cell phone numbers, for people who are in sales, our cell phone number is public. It's out there for everybody. So why would you not put your cell phone number and your contact info on your page, on your personal page?
This goes hand in hand with using Messenger too. I message a lot of people. There's a lot of things going on in the background. You don't know what's going on. Do a lot of video calls, but you can't call anyone through the Messenger if you don't have your phone already set and synced to it. That needs to be done. That's, if you don't want to give your number out per se, you can message people and directly contact them through Messenger. It's so much easier to communicate. And if you use Messenger, guys, and all the ones that worry about lawsuits, if you're an agent, if you do a Messenger, you have a list of your whole conversation, unless you delete it. And I'm sure you could find it. I'm sure nothing gets deleted ever. But you keep track of all your conversations all in one spot.
Texting too. And here's another thing. You just said it before, voicemail, right? How many times have you called an agent or myself and either their voicemail box is full, right? And there's not even a voicemail. It doesn't say like, hi, this is Matt from the Remax team. I'm busy right now, but please leave me a message. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. How difficult is that? Or even one better. Hey, this is Matt. Today's June 8th. I'll be checking my messages from 12 to 2. Please leave me a voicemail and I'll get back to you in those hours. It's amazing how many people don't do that. And it's like they wonder, why do I not have business? Well, because nobody can find you. or nobody thinks that you're legitimate, or nobody knows that you're legitimate.
With that voicemail Matt just shared, that makes you more proactive. You want to have a time block day. You don't want to react to everything. A lot of you agents out there get a phone call. Oh shit, I got something. I'm going to go. No, it should be a system. So if you're going to call people back or have some people calling you, I'm going to be returning my calls from 1 to 2, maybe 5 to 7, whatever. You pick times in your day, you're going to make those calls, but that's more strategic. And you're not going to be just reacting all day long. That's why people think that they always say they're busy. Salespeople always say they're busy. And you ask them for real, you got any deals? And they have nothing going on. They're broke. Why lie? Be honest. And it goes back to our mindset we've talked about previously. But being a secret agent, we want more of you to put yourself out there. And you got to do that if you're on public. You got to be public, not private or secret, for sure.
And you don't need 2 separate profiles. You don't need 2 personal profiles. You don't need a business personal profile, and you don't need a personal profile. You know, you want to have one, because why are you going to have duplicate people, first off? You know, second thing is you want to merge these. You want to make as many people friends on your page as possible. Sean, exactly. It's always about accountability. But you want to merge these people. You don't have to know these people to make them friends on Facebook. All you want is you want them to see what you're doing, and hopefully there's enough interactivity where you show up in their newsfeed. Because Facebook's got the algorithm on Facebook changes like almost literally daily. And if you don't have activity, you know, then people aren't going to see what you're doing.
The activity, as Matt just said, and let's shout some people out. We have Mike Radion, we have Rob Singer, Sean Abrams, my man, Elijah Cheeks, Santina, we have Deanna, we have Trevor, Carlo. Guys, drop a comment what kind of business you're involved as far as what real estate company you work for. That's so key. But it's important that, where was I lost my train of, about engagement or activity. That's another thing. A lot of agents think, it's funny, they're like sharks. If I put a post up right now, hey guys, I have a pre-approved buyer in Clifton, New Jersey, call me or message me. You know how many, and you know how quick it would just be popping off. But what's the value? Why should I go with that agent? I just react. I made all of you react from a simple post. But why should I use you, right? But the activity, no, some of them don't even go and like anything, or that's all they do is like and love. They never drop comments. They don't share. We have a bunch of people on right now. We need you guys to share this live. This is part of activity. And this is a habit that you have to have. Go around, share other people's listings, share other people, their whatever value they're dropping. You know, that is important. Oh, I don't want to have other people on my wall. Look at my wall. Look at your wall. We're always sharing other individuals because we're all about abundance. We're all about giving, helping first, rather than commission, me kind of stuff.
Well, do you know how many realtors won't add other realtors as friends? And think about this for a second. If you have a listing, don't you want other realtors to see your listing? Because you need a buyer. And this is what they don't get. Like, I have mortgage friends. I have people that are friends on my page as a more, you know, that are in the mortgage business. What do I care? You know, but you want this because you want other people to see. By the way, we're starting to do these every Monday. It's a marketing Monday for us. And we're picking different topics that we could try to help you guys with. We are not realtors, but you know what? We've listened to enough of you and spoken to enough of you to know some of the things that you guys need. So that's what we're here for. We're here to try and help you. So this was one of the things that we came up with, was being a secret agent. You know, you're told when you maybe take your real estate class, and I've heard people tell me this before, that they should go out and make a separate profile for their personal page and their business personal profile as well, because they want to split the two. And you don't split the two. If you really are that worried about people seeing pictures of your grandkids, which you should want them to see, because that's something that people can identify with and they'll get likes and comments. But if that's really the case, then you know what? Create a group of people that you only want to see specific things, and then make those pictures or those posts specific to that group of people. Everything else, public all the way. So it
true.
can't be shared if it's not public.
That's a huge, right there, what Matt just said, being public on a post. And maybe some people don't realize it. If you're on your phone, up in the upper right hand corner is three little dots. Hit the three little dots, boom. Look at edit privacy. Sometimes Facebook changes it and only makes it friends. That's why I have to double check. I don't know, for me with StreamYard, I always have to go back in and just double check, is it friends only or is it public? If I keep it friends only, I can't get people to engage. So I make sure I have it public. And that's so that others, and you might see instead of share, it'll say send. You don't want that on a post. You want to share. So it's easier for us to just go around and share your content. If you're a mortgage person, sharing an agent's real estate, their listing without asking them, that's providing value. But people don't get it. They think, well, I got to ask them. Why? Provide value first, and then they're gonna love you, because if you have a big following, they're gonna get more exposure. It's a no-brainer. And the ones that have some followers are going to understand this more than anyone that has 100 or 200 friends.
Well, here's another great one, Sean, is there's a hidden message box. And I put up a post the other day. There's actually in your messages, there's actually an others message box. And you have to go in there and check it every so often, because what happens is if people you are not friends with message you, it goes in there. The first time that I found out about it and checked it, there was somebody in there from 2 years prior that was actually a realtor asking about a loan program, and I missed it. I missed the opportunity because I didn't never check that because of the privacy settings and things like that. So always go and check the other message box to see if there's anyone that email or message you on Facebook that you didn't know about.
No, that's definitely true. I've seen that too, and I have to check it because I get some emails from my business page, from Insurance Doctor, my business page. But again, that's just providing a little bit of value. Why I have the business page, guys, is I have an Instagram. So I drop things on Instagram. It goes on my business page as well. And then I can share it from there if I want to. But honestly, you don't want to continue sharing. You actually want to drop that original content in different platforms. But that's why I have my business page. So I have my Instagram linked to it. So it gives me more exposure. But again, I'm public and I have 5,000. When I drop, and if Matt and I are on this right now, we have 10,000 people that can look at our message that we're sharing on one post. And if we do a couple posts together, let's talk about tagging real quick. Don't just tag random people because you want to get more exposure. That's spamming. You want to make sure you do that. Like we have groups that we do that with that are committed and consistent, but that's a whole other conversation. But if you can have a group of people that have 5,000 and you group up and you can tag each other, yes, you're going to get exposure. But randomly tagging others is not the way to go.
Well, like you said, it's an engagement. So that's one of the things that you want to do. And people go and they put a business post and they think that using Hootsuite is the only thing that they need to do, and that's not necessarily the case either.
Right.
Facebook has gotten very smart with their algorithms and knowing the third-party posting services too.
No, I have Trevor Patterson, who I have a call with later on today. I'm going to get him on a conversation live in the next couple weeks. He's in the commercial world. So this is another reason you have to go deeper and find out, are you a real estate agent that is more residential, or are you both, or are you a commercial only? You have to know people like Trevor so you can build that relationship. And you won't know that if you're not connecting with other agents out there, because you're, again, a secret undercover agent that doesn't work in the business world.
Well, and for agents, they have a different, type of business that we do, in a sense that they can be a referral agent on a deal, and that's where knowing other agents comes in handy. Because if you're a North Jersey agent and you have somebody that wants to buy a house down the shore, are you really going to wind up going down there? Well, not necessarily. So that's why it's good to know other agents. So this way you can kind of, foster those relationships.
And the fostering takes time. It's not going to be just call somebody up. Oh, you want a listing in Cape May? No, you should be reaching out to people, Like Brian Reed, I had on the other day, who's down that area. Have a conversation, get to know them, know what they're all about before you give somebody a recommendation. How do you know if they're going to really close that deal? It's a paycheck. So some people are very reckless on how they. That's another video in the future is how you recommendations, how you set that up. There's a variety of things. We're only thinking about ideas to help agents out there. Why do we do that? Because we want to provide value, 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 and then you're going to think of us, I would hope, for insurance and for mortgages.
Well, I mean, there's so many different topics that we have, and that's the fun part about this is 20 minutes, 30 minutes, we can take something and dissect it. And if there's anything that you guys want help with, think about this for a minute. We've talked with big producing agents. You had Michelle Pius on here the other day. You've done countless videos with people. I had Rob Dukansky on for almost 2 hours. John DeStefano, who's a newer agent and doing 30 plus transactions. These are things that we know, dissecting what it is that they do, because there's more than just what you guys saw on the camera. So we can share all of that, and that's what we're here for. We're here to help you guys. Think about this for a second. You're an agent. What would 3 transactions a month do for you and your family and your business? It's not impossible, and it doesn't take somebody who's a rocket scientist to go and do some of these things.
Right.
So that's what we're here to help with. Then the first part of it is being a secret agent. Don't be an undercover agent. Put on there, fill it out. Change your privacy settings to open to public. That's what I did with all of mine, and that's the first thing I tell people is do that. This way people see who you are and what you do. Don't keep a secret.
And throw in the description, I help, boom, 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 whatever, and then say, message me for details. So you can have people going, you're using your Facebook page as a funnel. You've heard that term before from other people in the social media world. It's funneling people. You're taking a post and they're funneling to your messenger. That's where a lot of the work should be done. And for those that don't know, let's go over again. This is our group, Real Estate Agent Business Success and Growth. Please join. We have, what do we have in here right now? Well, we're up 25, 26 after we just started this last week. We want to organically grow this, and we're dropping nuggets of information. Look at this simple. What city and state are you marketing real estate? Why do we do this? So we can have a go-to, so we know who's in specific areas when we get recommendations. But this is gonna be, what are ways you're generating leads? Come in, engage. This is what it's about.
Let's think about this for a second. So let's say you go and drop a post into a group to try and generate some leads, which is really easy to do. And that could be another topic that we wind up talking about. But right. So let's just say this. You go into a group, you drop in a post, whether you're promoting a listing or you're dropping a post for engagement to try and generate leads. Now they go and they click on your name, and now they don't see really anything. All they see is the date that you were born, or that you got married, and maybe your profile picture. What is it that draws them to say, oh, this is somebody that I want to talk to, or oh, this is somebody that I think can help me out? Where is it? You tell me. Think about this. Always put yourself into the other person's shoes, right? Put yourself into their shoes. Why would they bother messaging you at that point? So you put a post, okay, great, but there's nothing showing me any success stories. There's nothing showing me that there's legitimacy to what you do or where you do it. I don't see that you've been at Keller Williams for 5 years or something like that. I don't see a phone number. I don't see an email. I don't see a website. So that's why these are important to not be a secret agent, because what you're trying to figure out is what they're going to do when they see you. Because think about it. You go and check people out too, right? So what would you think if I put up a mortgage post and I had all of my stuff, all of my information hidden, and you went to go look at me and you couldn't see it? And I see this with lenders too. So don't think that it's only realtors. I see it with lenders that they have their privacy settings set up. And it's like, if I was a realtor, how do I see anything? Why would I even bother wanting to talk to them?
I think the value we brought today is important. And if you're just jumping on now, definitely wait till this uploads and then go from the beginning. So I know lots of you have and are secret and you're, undercover agents. It's not what you want to do. We want you to do and get to that point of having 3 transactions at least a month. Again, a reminder for what I do. I'm the insurance doctor. I write homes, I write flood, I write auto insurance. I try to package the home and the auto to give you the best discount. I also do a small business, general liability, workers' comp, and commercial auto, and life insurance, and I could do things across the country.
Well, for me, I like to think of myself as a creative financial specialist. So I help get mortgages done. We are licensed across the country as well. So if you guys have any questions on loans, pre-approvals, deals that are in process that are having problems, or just want to know a little bit more about the mortgage business and how we do it, I love sitting down and educating a realtor on what it is that we look at, because it makes their job better. And we're here to help you guys. So if you know somebody who's a realtor, tag them in this. This way they can watch it. Let us know you want us to put you in the group, because the group is for realtors and investors. And that's what it's there for. It's there for content. It's not there to put your listings. There's plenty of places to do that. And if you guys want any help with where to use, where to find some of these groups, we can do that too. That's specifically for people to help grow their business as mentors, as coaches, as just, offering tips, some post ideas and things like that. That's what it's there for.
And just to wrap up, we're here to give you a second opinion on insurance and a second opinion on mortgages. We're not trying to steal anything. We're trying to help and educate and make sure that your buyer has the best insurance and mortgage that they can actually have. And without having that second opinion, you lose out. So we want to make sure they are going to be in a better position. So if you've missed anything, please join the group, replay the live, and we'll be in touch in the near future.
Tag, share, comment. If there's anything that you guys want us to cover, like I said, we've got a huge list of things. So we've got more than enough content for the next 2 years on ideas and little nuggets for people that we've just picked up and want to share with you guys.
So we hope you have an awesome day, guys.